The Edge of Leadership. It's a masterclass that's taking place at the end of September that you do not want to miss. And we're here to learn more about it this morning. Joining us in studio, we have Michael Seeley, and we also have Nichola Harvey-Mitchell to talk about it. Now, Michael, as Nichola would have said, is the founder, leader, and strategist. And Nichola is the founder and director and chief nurturing officer of the We Say Yes organization. Good morning to both of you and welcome.
Good morning and thank you for having us.
It's a pleasure to have you on the show. Now, Michael, let's start with you as the strategist behind this fantastic masterclass. We're just going to leave it like that for now. What inspired you to say now is the time to create something like this?
Well, Natasha, if you'll allow me, good morning to all your viewers and listenership. It would be remiss of me if I don't say hello to my two beautiful daughters, Nichola and Zara, who actually got up very early this morning to see me on the show. So, morning, Zari.
Lovely, of course.
So, I don't know if you're a fan of Avengers, but there was an episode where Iron Man was trying to get Bruce to turn into the Hulk.
Right.
And he kept provoking him and so on. And for some reason, he was not getting angry. So he asked him, what's your secret? He said, well, I'm always angry. So in business, you are always either on the edge of being very successful or on the edge of failure. This masterclass is to assist person. How do you navigate within that space? You know, so that's how the edge was created.
You really just tipped me there, and I think in some ways I dare say triggered me as well, because it's true in business you're always just on the cusp of, and it's literally sometimes being on the crest of a wave, because every single day you're sitting there, you're working, you're networking, which we're going to talk about as well, and you would love to know what's going to happen, but you're never too sure. So it's always a case of not necessarily putting all your eggs in one basket. So we have to get back to that. But let's bring you into the conversation, Nichola. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
How did you get involved in this initiative?
Well, I've been working with Michael Seeley for quite some time now, and Michael is part of the board of We Say Yes organization. And in terms of looking at fundraising activities, we felt that this was a good alignment for the organization because we focus on youth entrepreneurship for self-empowerment. And this particular event speaks specifically to entrepreneurs, to business owners. And so there is a great alignment, a very close alignment with the Edge Leadership Series and with We Say Yes organization.
Excellent. I'm already seeing the networking coming together. Michael, what would you say is the main goal of this masterclass?
I think information, strategy, networking. So Vusi, I mean, we have been following him for quite a while. He's from South Africa. But in addition to being an entrepreneur himself, he's a venture capitalist. Okay. He advises several Fortune 500 companies. He has his own NGO, and you know, he is very big on entrepreneurship and leadership. So when we were looking at who do we bring for this inaugural session of Edge, and he stood out. What we didn't know is how very popular he was in this region. Now this is the first. We are proud to say this is the first time that he's coming to the Caribbean region, right? And when we made it public, the feedback was phenomenal. So we know we were on the right track, and the idea really is to be able to get the right persons in that space to receive the information. So the masterclass is two segments: leading on the edge of chaos, and the future of finance, which is critical for any business. So our target demographic is big business, SMEs, financial institutions, credit unions, banks, insurance companies, middle managers, and anybody who wants to understand strategy, to learn about different, strategy that you could employ in your business or in your, management field to be able to assist in success.
Excellent. And it's beautiful that you also said there are 2 sessions and not just one, because many times people think, obviously, Masterclass is just 1 session, but you've broken it up, which I think is really something that's going to be, for want of a better expression, edible for those who are coming in. Because as you would have mentioned, those people who are working in business, you're on the cusp of, you never know what's coming tomorrow. So to have to ingest so much information really can sometimes be a bit challenging. So it's great to see that you have done that. Let's bring you back into the conversation, Nichola, and talk about the We Say Yes organization and their role in this.
So we say yes organization. The YES stands for Youth Entrepreneurship for Self-Empowerment. We target at potential youth from at-risk communities. So East Port of Spain, Arima. We have children coming from Maloney and St. Augustine. And it's a 6-year program that exposes young people to entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship in a basic way, entrepreneurship by planting a seed so that they can see an alternative to either crime or alternative to full employment. Because you know there's a problem. There are many young people coming out of school who will not find a full job. And therefore, what do they do when that problem exists? You look to your talents and potential, and you can convert that into business opportunities. And that's what We Say Yes is about. It's a 6-year program. As I say, we go out and we target these children and bring them in. Our base is at Cipriani Labour College, and so we expose them and give them the opportunity to shine.
Excellent. Now, we're hearing a lot of talk about youth, but you've also spoken a lot about what your demographic is as well. So what age are you looking at? Is it maybe 18 years and over, maybe 18 to 35? Because when you say youth these days, you know.
Well, we don't want to, find it to confine it to a particular age.
Right.
Because, in business, you could start at any time. Right? So the idea is that young entrepreneurs would benefit. But because the information is so diverse,
right,
you would get big business also benefiting from the information. So the alignment with We Say Yes, started with the fact that, entrepreneurs, the value of entrepreneurs in Trinidad and Tobago. In fact, small business account for 85% of the businesses in Trinidad and Tobago and contribute to about 30% of our GDP. So it's important for us to contribute to that success. How do we assist? How do we nurture? How do we bring people together in a space where there could be value derived?
Now, as you mentioned that, you did mention, of course, and we said we'd get to it, so here we are. Speaking about networking and how important that is, would you say that's aligned with one of the goals that you're looking at with this Masterclass series?
It is, because a lot of the time you find that financial institutions sometimes don't understand the journey of an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So it's important that the information that is articulated in the event speaks to that to help better align, what can financial institutions do differently to assist the entrepreneurs as they grow. Because it's a symbiotic relationship. The financial institutions need the small business to be successful in order for they to be successful.
They definitely do, and it's good that you're saying that loud and proud on television as well, because it's something that we need to continue to share and for people to hear as well, for the success of business and for the success of our younger generation as well. You mentioned a bit about VUSI. Can you tell us a little bit more about what you think is going to be brought to the table with having VUSI as the main speaker?
I mean, one word that jump out to me is dynamic. He is a dynamic speaker, and because he is involved in business of his own, the information is, it's groundbreaking. It's different. I'll give you an example. He had a session where he spoke about when you speaking to a client about your product or your service, you don't speak about price. You speak about value.
Yep.
Because price is the conversation in absence of value.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that in itself has made me change a whole, our approach to how we do our business. So, the networking, the information is critical for success of, companies, and the value is leading at the edge of chaos. Whilst it speaks to leaders and bigger business, the younger business, younger entrepreneurs will get the value from that, because they will now get a better understanding of what it takes to reach this pinnacle of business and the journey along the way. And then the future of finance is really to speak about accessing finance and how do you do you do it by way of loans or venture capitalism or, getting some contribution finance. How do you do that? And even in big business, how do you scale up your business,
right,
to move from one level to the next? So it's two critical points, we think, that would assist any level of business in success.
Definitely. Nichola, can you share with us some details about where we can get more information, where this is happening, and so much more?
Great. So you can go online. So you go to our website, and our website is edgetheleadershipseries.com. You could also send an email to info@edgeleadershipseries.com. You can also find us and follow us on all of our social media handles. That's Facebook as well as IG, and you could get us as Edge the Series.
Okay.
Yes?
Excellent. And it's taking place at the Hyatt Regency, correct, in Port of Spain?
30th of September, Hyatt from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Ensure that you get it. And our access passes are really going fast, and we want you all not to miss the opportunity to come and join us on the 30th.
So I was just about to ask you about the access passes, particularly. Do you have anything for corporate access passes, or is it just the standard group?
So we have an individual price at $300 US. We have also group prices at five passes, and you can get that at $1,350. Or you could get the 10 passes at $2,750. That's a $25 discount at each access pass.
Okay, excellent. Well, Michael and Nichola, thank you so much for joining us this morning. It has been a pleasure. This is absolutely phenomenal. I can't wait to see what's going to come out of this. And since this is the inaugural one, looking forward to seeing what's going to happen in the future as well. So thank you so much and have an excellent day.
Thank you so
for
much
having us.
for having
Thank
us. Yes.
Yeah. Stay tuned. We'll be back in a moment. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
I need a place, in a place, in a place, pain cannot find me. When I feel I'm moving on.